G'day ice cream lovers, my name's Steve Christensen, the ice cream bloke, self-appointed headmaster of Scoop School down here. And look, if you're looking to come and do an ice cream class, ice cream consulting, figure out how to open grow your business ice cream wise, drop us a line, steve@scoopschool.com. We do want to talk about, and then we're continuing with our series here on the 4 golden rules in putting a batch freezer together, or any ice cream machine for that matter. Do want to thank our episode sponsor, which is Green Mountain Flavors. Very grateful for Stan Sitten and all of the crew up there in, I think they're in Michigan. Pretty sure it's Michigan. You might want to check on that. Anyway, the web link is down here, or you can just look them up online, greenmountainflavors.com. A full range of natural extracts as well as natural colorings to put in your ice cream. Great products. Tell them Steve sent you, greenmountainflavors.com. Now, the last video we spoke a little bit about the process of putting your batch freezer together, and we spoke about your rear gasket or your gasket, or the rear bushing, rear seal is what I'm after. Secondly, and it's probably one of the most important things that you need to do when putting your ice cream machine together, again, regardless of whether it is a soft serve machine, a batch freezer, or a frozen custom machine, is to understand the importance of this surface here. This is the side wall of our freezing cylinder. Some would call it a barrel. Some would call it, the technical term is an evaporator. And so the more pristine that this surface is, the longer your ice cream machine will last you and the better quality ice cream that you will have. You see, most dashers or augers or beater shafts will have some form of a blade system. So if you have a look at that, come on autofocus, there we go. So this is designed to scrape the side wall of the barrel, so as the dasher is turning and the refrigeration system is on, this scraper blade is scraping the side wall of the barrel, scraping those beautifully freshly frozen ice crystals, dairy products, dairy solids and so forth. It scrapes it off the side walls of the barrel and dumps it into the middle. The technical term for those very minute ice crystals forming in your dairy product is called dendrites. So basically this blade is scraping the side wall of the barrel or the freezing cylinder in order to get a nice clean scrape. That's why it's important to replace your blades, whatever you call these, I call them blades, regularly or as per your manufacturer's instructions. Now, if you're not taking care in how you put your machine together, you can actually damage, scrape, bruise, scratch the surface of this freezing cylinder, and that is bad, because what happens is, if you have a dent, scratch, scrape here, then this scraper blade isn't scraping the side wall of the barrel. It's basically scraping the sludge that's forming on top or in that crack. So you don't get a good clean scrape. Now, on a smaller machine like this, you'd be surprised at how heavy duty this dasher is. But as you're looking at some of the larger machines, this is a dasher from an Electrofreeze 20-quart batch freezer, and it is heavy. So the second golden rule that I always tell people when they're putting their ice cream machines together is no metal on metal. Say that with me. No metal on metal. Thank you. People are looking around saying, what is that guy talking to himself for with the headphones on at the library? The reason why this is important is because if or I guess more importantly, if one of my employees is not careful, I can gouge the side wall of the dasher here and cause an imperfection. I've been into ice cream shops that have such a sharp and dented side wall of the barrel here. You know darn well that it's actually wearing down the scraper blades quickly. You're spending more money on scraper blades and you're not getting an efficient scrape there on the side wall of the barrel. So, golden rule number 1, from last video, was make sure that rear gasket is in. It's got no wear and tear on it. The second one is make sure that you don't have any metal on metal. So this is my dasher that goes into this Caterbriga Star Gel 4. This is my scraper blade. It's got some springs in there. I'm going to use the section here that has the first scraper blade on it, put my scraper blade in place, and then you'll see as you get a little bit closer here that there's also some of these grommets that are in place here so that it helps you not to do any damage to your machine. The first blade is on. I might need to give it a little bit of a squeeze here to put it in place. So I line it up so that the first point of contact is that scraper blade. Then what I can do is grab my second scraper blade, put it on in the second position, pop that in there, and then my last point here, and I always like to rotate the dasher up so that each next blade goes on is on top. This one goes on here. Again, push it in and down, and then you may need to just rotate it as it goes in until the dasher is just inside the wall of the barrel here, or the lip of the barrel. So you don't want to have any metal on metal contact with the side walls of the freezing cylinder. It's extremely important. What probably happens more damage-wise is at the end of the day when you've got someone that may be not as skilled as you, or perhaps haven't paid thousands of dollars for a batch freezer like you, is just going to drag this out, and what happens is when they clear the last process or the last blade here, they'll let it crang down. Crang is a technical term, on the side wall of the barrel there, and that's where you get your damage. So, last video we spoke about, make sure your O-ring or your gasket's in place. This video, no metal on metal. Golden rule number 2. Thanks for joining us. Have a look for the next video. We're going to talk about rule number 3, which is probably just as important. Thank you, our episode sponsor, Stan from Green Mountain Flavors. Keep on scooping, folks. We'll see you in the next video.